Welcome back to Winton for round 2 of the Super Sprint Championship. It's Thursday night, the lights are on, and we've got 4 races of Caterham action coming your way.
That's right, Hal, and with the championship battle heating up, every single point counts. I remember nights like these, the pressure is immense, especially at a tight track like Winton.
Mac McFarka leads the championship coming into tonight, but Martin Mole is hot on his heels, just 5 points adrift. Can Mole close the gap, or will McFarka extend his lead?
And let's not forget John Astrop, sitting in third. He's a real threat, especially here at Winton, a track that really suits his driving style. It's going to be a fascinating evening of racing.
Absolutely. This is race 5 of the season, a 12-minute plus 1 lap sprint. Let's get ready for lights out. So, a mixed up grid for this one. Championship leader Mac McFarka starts down in P5. Not ideal for him, but plenty of time to make his way through the field.
Yeah, he's got his work cut out for him tonight. Starting further up the grid is Martin Mole in P2. A good opportunity for him to put some pressure on McFarka in the championship. I always preferred starting on the front row. Gives you a clear view and less chance of getting caught up in any first lap shenanigans.
And look at Greg Sabo, starting P3. He's having a great run so far this event. Can he keep the momentum going? Remember, he's an AM driver, so a podium here would be a fantastic result.
It's all to play for at Winton. This track is a real leveler. It doesn't favour any particular driving style, so we could see some surprises tonight.
And they're off. The lights go out and the Caterhams roar into turn 1.
Tight into the first corner, everyone jostling for position.
Callum Walker making some early moves, but straight back swallowed up by the pack.
Tough out there at the start. Everyone's fighting for every inch.
Ross Elliott struggling in the early stages. Looks like he's got some work to do to catch the pack.
He needs to find some clear air and settle into a rhythm.
James Pinkerton picking his way through the midfield already. A good start for him.
Decisive moves there. He's not wasting any time.
McFarka looking to make a move on Fauvarg. Oh, and there's contact.
That's a racing incident, but definitely cost McFarka some momentum.
And now Bountarkus into McFarka. Another incident. This time it's a warning for Bountarkus. McFarka unlucky there. Big trouble for David Constable Berry. He's tagged Bountarkus and picked up a warning from the stewards.
And he's tumbling down the order as a result. That incident has cost him dearly.
Oh dear, more trouble. Snape has locked up and spun Constable Berry. That's a penalty for Snape.
Constable Berry can't catch a break tonight. He's having a race to forget.
And he's falling down the order like a stone. Fauvarg and McFarka clashing again. This time it's Fauvarg at fault, and he's got a penalty.
He's got to keep his head down now. That penalty will drop him down the field.
Stokes and Whitehouse battling hard for position. This has been going on for a while now.
Real cat and mouse stuff. Every time one makes a move, the other responds.
Great, close racing, though. Edge of your seat stuff.
Absolutely. This is what it's all about.
Stokes finally makes it stick. He's ahead of Whitehouse, for now. Martin Mole takes the checkered flag. A dominant drive from him tonight. Jimmy Lindo comes home in second.
Great drive by Mole. Really controlled the race from the front. Lindo pushed him hard, but just couldn't quite get close enough.
And Greg Sabo rounds out the podium. Fantastic result for the AM driver.
What a performance. He really made the most of that starting position.
A brilliant win for Martin Mole, closing the gap to McFarka in the championship.
A tough night for McFarka, caught up in multiple incidents. He'll be looking to bounce back in the next race. And a superb drive from Greg Sabo to take the final podium spot. A real standout performance from the AM class.
So, a significant shake-up at the top of the standings. Martin Mole now leads the championship after that win, overtaking Mac McFarka.
Yeah, a 2-point swing there. McFarka will be disappointed with how that race unfolded. Those incidents really cost him. A great result for Mole though, capitalizing on McFarka's misfortune.
A reverse grid for race 2, which always throws up some interesting possibilities. Neil Constable Berry on pole, but can he hold off the charging pack?
It's going to be a tough ask. Remember, the faster guys are starting way down the order. Mole and McFarka, the championship contenders, starting P18 and P14 respectively. They've got a mountain to climb.
This format really mixes things up. Gives the AM drivers a chance to shine at the front, at least for the opening laps.
Precisely. It's all about racecraft on a reverse grid. Picking your moments, knowing when to attack and when to defend. It's going to be a fascinating first few laps.
And we're racing. The lights go out and the back of the grid is already swarming towards the front.
Chaos at turn 1. A real scramble for position.
Greg Sabo starting down in P16. He'll need another strong drive to make up ground after his podium last time out.
It'll be tough, but he's shown he has the pace.
Oh, and Moll is already in trouble. A penalty for the championship leader. He's tagged Lemrich. Not the start he wanted.
He needs to calm down and focus on picking his way through the field cleanly.
Incident involving Walters and Bountarkus. Looks like they've tangled.
That's going to cost them both time. They need to avoid those kinds of incidents in this packed field.
Stokes is carving his way through the back markers, making up places quickly. Fovag and Moll swapping positions. A real tussle between these two. McFarker into Pinkerton. A warning for McFarker. He needs to be careful. He can't afford to throw away points.
Definitely an overambitious move. He needs to pick his battles more carefully.
Now McFarker gets past Pinkerton, but Lindo's through as well. McFarker fighting back. He retakes Lindo.
This is great stuff. Real close racing, and McFarquhar is showing real determination.
But Pinkerton gets him back. This battle is far from over.
Edge of your seat stuff.
Brief exchange of positions between Lemrich and Walker. A small battle in the midfield. Pinkerton spun. Looks like contact from Walters. That's a penalty for Walters, and a real setback for Pinkerton.
Pinkerton was making good progress. That's really unfortunate for him.
He's dropping down the order now, 2 cars through.
He needs to get his head down and recover what he can from this.
Cox's piles on the misery, taking another place from Pinkerton.
A tough break for him.
Lindo and McFarker, side by side. They're trading places again.
This is getting intense. They're really going at it.
Neil Constable Berry wins the race. A lights to flag victory.
Fantastic drive from him. Held his nerve under immense pressure.
David Constable Berry finishes second, and a charging Mac McFarker takes third. What a recovery drive.
From P14 to the podium. He's salvaged some valuable championship points there.
A surprise win for Neil Constable Berry. A brilliant performance from the AM driver.
A great recovery drive by McFarquhar to take third after that early penalty, and a disastrous race for championship leader Moll, who will be hoping for better luck in the next race.
Another swing in the championship. Mac McFarker back in the lead after that podium finish. Moll drops back down to second.
A real seesaw battle at the top. Every race throws up a new twist. McFarquhar made the most of that reverse grid, but Moll will be wanting to strike back immediately.
So, Moll and McFarker, the top two in the championship, starting right at the front in P1 and P2. A great chance for them to battle it out for those crucial championship points.
This is what we want to see. The title protagonists going head to head right from the off. Reminds me of my battles with, well, let's just say I know how they're feeling right now. The pressure is on.
Greg Sabo starting in P3. Can he repeat his podium heroics from race 1? And keep an eye on Chris Stokes, down in P17. He'll be looking to charge through the field.
He'll need to be patient and pick his moments. Overtaking can be tricky at Winton, especially with a full grid.
And they're away. Moll gets the jump off the line, McFarker right behind him.
Clean start, everyone through turn 1 safely. The battle for the lead is on.
Cox is straight into battle, making a nice move on Turban through the chicane.
Good clean move. He's made up a place early on.
Walker gets past Elliott, a small change of positions in the midfield.
Every position matters in this championship.
Pinkerton trying to make something happen, but Constable Berry shuts the door firmly.
He'll have to be patient and wait for another opportunity.
Four cars battling hard in the midfield. Weller, Stokes, Walters, and Turban all jostling for position.
This is great stuff. They're really going at it.
Weller gets past Turban, and Stokes follows him through. Great opportunism from Stokes.
Turban is going to be frustrated with that. He's lost 2 positions in a flash.
He needs to regroup and try to regain some ground. Oh, and there's contact. McFarka spins Sabo. That's a penalty for McFarka. A costly mistake. Whitehouse gets past Pinkerton. He's steadily moving up the order.
A quiet but effective race for Whitehouse so far.
He's picking his way through the field nicely. Martin Mole wins the race. A dominant performance from the championship leader. McFarka comes home in second, followed by Coxis in third. A great drive from Coxis to make it onto the podium from P10.
A solid result for McFarka after that early penalty. Damage limitation really.
A crucial win for Mole, extending his lead in the championship.
That penalty really hurt McFarka. He'll be looking to bounce back in the next race. A superb podium for Coxis, coming from P10 to finish P3.
Mole stretches his championship lead with that win. A crucial victory for him, putting some real pressure on McFarka.
Yeah, McFarka will be disappointed with that penalty. Those lost points could prove costly in the long run. He needs to start minimizing those mistakes.
Reverse grid time again. Callum Walker on pole, a great opportunity for him to grab some points. But all eyes will be on Mole and McFarka, starting down in P17 and P16. Can they carve their way through the field?
This is where we see who the real racers are. It's not just about outright pace, it's about racecraft, strategy, and making smart overtaking moves. I used to love a reverse grid, always a chance to put on a show.
And don't forget Coxis, starting P15. He's been on a great run of form recently. Can he make it another podium?
He'll need to be aggressive, but controlled. This is a real test of a driver's skills.
And we are underway. Walker leads the field into turn 1, but the charging pack is right behind him.
Already some jostling for position in the midfield. This is going to be a frantic first lap.
Lindo takes P2 from Constable Berry, but oh no. He's spun Constable Berry. That's a penalty for Lindo, and he's tumbled down the order.
A clumsy move. He'll regret that.
Weller making some early progress, picking off places quickly. He's up to P4.
He's made the most of that reverse grid start, but Whitehouse gets him. Still, a good start by Weller.
Ross Elliott trying to hold on to his position, but the faster cars are closing in.
He needs to be smart and possible.
Coxis is on the move. He's past Turbin.
And now Lemrich. He's picking his way through the field effectively.
He gets past Pinkerton. No, Pinkerton fights back.
This is great racing. They're really going at it.
Coxis gets him back, but Pinkerton isn't giving up. He retakes the position. Fauvargue picking off places. He's past Elliott and now Pinkerton.
He's starting to make his way through the field now.
Turbin and McFarka have made contact. That could prove costly for both of them.
Turbin loses a place to Elliott.
And McFarka gets past him now. Turbin is having a difficult race.
These incidents can really ruin your rhythm.
Constable Berry and Weller swapping places. A brief but intense battle. Lemrich falling down the order, 3 cars through in quick succession. Lindo and Stokes trading places in the midfield. A close battle between these two. Greg Sabo wins the race. A brilliant drive from the AM driver.
What a performance. He led from start to finish.
David Constable Berry finishes second, and Adam Whitehouse takes third. Another strong points haul for Whitehouse.
2 consistent drivers picking up valuable championship points.
A fantastic win for Greg Sabo. His second win of the season. A dominant performance from lights to flag.
A great result for the AM driver, and a difficult race for the championship contenders, Mole and McFarka. They'll have a lot of work to do to catch up in the remaining races.
So, that's it from Winton. A thrilling evening of racing, with plenty of drama and some surprising results.
Absolutely. We saw some great battles, some controversial incidents, and some fantastic drives.
Mole still leads the championship, but McFarka is keeping the pressure on. And what a performance from Greg Sabo, 2 wins tonight, putting him firmly in contention for the M-Class Championship.
He's really made a name for himself this evening, a driver to watch for the rest of the season. And let's not forget Constable Berry's surprise win in race 2, a real underdog story. This championship is wide open, anything can happen.
We'll be back with more Caterham action soon. Until then, from all of us here, good night.